made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
About ready to get us going. And we are underway from Ford Field. Khalif Raymond now. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And incomplete to open things up.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
The Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 45. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. That's good. From the gun, here's Goff. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Touchdown! Kadarius Hodge, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
working with 2nd and 5 now. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Try to forget about that pick six last time out. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. To try again after the sack. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced to do a 3rd and 15 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15. Play action. Now it's Allen. Now he's forced out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he gets this up past the 30. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Williams. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Reynolds. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speedboat, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 21-0. Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain there for the Bills. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 42 yards. And the Bills cut into that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They hand off to their big tight end. Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Boyle. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Benson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area. So it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So we have reached boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. And
he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 23. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Allen. Forced out, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On first down, Boyle. Throw right side, taken in by the tight end, Bryant. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Boyle. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground. Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain there for the Bills. On first down, Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. After the sack on first down, Allen.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Throwing on first down. Boyle. And incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Boyle. Right back to Williams, and this time he's got him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd down at the 40.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 43.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Lions first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Boyle. And his pass incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
On 3rd down, Boyle. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's Allen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Gosh, this game's felt a bit weird all along the whole way through, and no better play maybe exemplifies that weirdness than that safety right there.
Partner, you've got a tie game and time running out. You've got to be ultra careful down on that end of the field, and this could very well be the play that decides this football game.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. To throw on 3rd down, Boyle. And that will be incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky readies the offense. Down by 2. Under a minute 20 to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. He gets this complete to Diggs, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's going to let it fly. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. Throwing is Allen. This is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Allen. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead, and I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Now it's the Lions' turn, trailing by 6. 20 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
He's going to let it fly. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Bills 29, Lions 23.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.